am Neon Tigeress, and I am joined by
Natto Nighttails. Good,
Hey.
good afternoon. We'll start off with some team lists. It's 2 minutes to Derby. Skating for Kingston City Rollers, the Royals team today is 1-2 Crush, 1-4 Code, 2-2 Screw, 2-4-2 Flamboyant, 3 Richardy Grub, 3-5 Carnage, 5-4 Bash, 6-8-5 Spider Monkey, 8-8 Raff, 9-1 Mari Fury, and 81 or 8-1 Steve. Skating for the Southeast Alliance today, 05 Mad Splatter, 06 Storm, 12 Beach Please, 15 Cam Cam, 17 Scully, 20 Jalapeno Grill, 31 Griff, 403 Kilobytes, 418 Hot Tea, 480 Donna Kebab, 45 April O'Wheel, 78 Blizzard, and 79 Raw. Now for our officials.
Yes, for our officials today, we have OG, Jackie Oh No, Rumor, Crystal, Hells Bells, Lady Killerton, Scare Bear, Zap, Smaxy Bond, and Leo Slayer. Our skating officials are Zarantula, Candy Striper, KTKO, Corey, Sophiopath, Ali, Knickerbocker, and Miss Cray Cray. So they've told us that the game start's just going to be a little bit delayed, having come from the last game that was a bit slow to finish. They're just having a little bit more time to get themselves settled and have some instructions from the head ref.
Okay. Do we have any special mentions or notes from the hosting league, which is today, Kingston City?
No,
just looking at the shout outs page.
Yeah, we do have Jalapeno Grill. This is their debut weekend, today being their second game.
And I think that's all we've got here. But what we can tell you also is there is a fantastic raffle up at the front door. So please support the hosting league. It's a big day of 5 games. And so if you've got any spare change or, if you're new school and you're not carrying cash and you're happy to tap away, please do so and support the hosting league. There's a few great stands here as well, selling a variety of different derby and knick-knack merch. So please come on down and, not only watch some derby live, but support our local traders and hosting league. I think they're getting close to ready. The officials are ready. The teams are getting up. It shouldn't be too long now.
Yep.
Okay, the C bench looks excited.
The C bench is excited. This is their third game that they've played together as a team. They were formed this year. They're a mix-up of 3 different clubs, Salty Beaches, Gippsland Rangers, and the South Sea team have all come together to put together this team that covers 3 local government areas. So really a lot of geography that these skaters are covering just to be together as a team, let alone for these weekends. They're very excited that they're going to be playing at TGSS next month together as a team.
Yeah, no, that's right. I think the C team will be playing in Division 3. I know the Kingston City Royals are also playing at
They will be
TGSS, but I
they are
suspect that
Div
Div 2.
Yeah. So both KCR and Dragon City Roller Derby have moved up to Div 2 this time. Last time at TGSS, they did battle it out to win Div 3. So not not upset at all that they won't be in the same division as the rest of us this time.
That's an exciting change, but it's going to make for a tough game today.
Yeah, it will be a really unevenly matched game. So I was talking to the Southeast Alliance before the game, and they're really just looking for those small successes that they can have, having their own intentions and winning in that way rather than on the scoreboard.
Right now, on the line, let's see if we can look at who is jamming. I can see that we have Richardy Grubb for the Kingston Royals. And who have we got jamming there for? See, I think it might be Kilobytes ready to go. Yes, it is. Okay. And we are live.
We are live.
Oh. And Kilobytes has just been taken off at the front by Code.
Yeah, they were just about to exit the pack, and the KCR said, "No, thank you. You can go back and do that again."
And Grubb has lead as a result. There's been a start pass for C. A fantastic job there.
Mad Splatter now has the star for C. And Grubb has already gone through and had their first scoring pass.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Mad Splatter trying to steal a couple of points there at the back, but the Royals all made it very hard, and Grubb is through again for another scoring pass.
So a bit of help from their friends, and Splatter's made it out mostly.
Wonderful toe stop work.
There's always that extra skater with KCR that seems to get you caught and bring you back again.
And it was Code again. All right. As we hit that back, Splats has gone to the out, back through the middle. They are fighting their way through and out the front with Grubb on their third scoring pass and first one for C.
Yep, flat right on their tail.
Boris Jam has hit those balls hard. Caught up on turn 3. Grubb's pushed their way out at front. Again, what a fantastic first jam for KCR. And Splats, oh, wonderful, round the outside there, almost out the front and out all the way. What a great effort.
KCR jammer calling off the jam there.
So a jam one, we've got a 16-point differential there, but wonderfully points on the board for both teams.
Yeah.
And the track has been holding up well so far today. I think there's only been minor track repairs, so
yeah,
that's fantastic. We can run reasonably on time. I know we had some other issues in the prior game, but that was technology not playing ball.
Yeah, it is one of the very frustrating things with roller derby is that we have to put down the track tape, which is a pain in the butt to set up every game, and it is hard work with keeping it down throughout the entire day.
And also the different colours. So I think something that's challenging is, you know, what's wonderful is this venue is open to all sports, but as a result, there are many, many different lines across this court in many different colours.
Yeah.
So we do have to find tape that is contrasting in colour. So today it is.
So we've just been given the heads up that the refs are looking for Muggles or Buster to help them out with the iPads. So if anyone knows where they are, bit of help.
Oh, okay. A small technology glitch.
Yep.
Get it sorted out. It's for the lineup trackers. So they are recording for every jam who's on jamming and blocking, and also what penalties have occurred. And we're just trying to sort that out because we are using technology now instead of old school paper forms. And I think both the iPads are showing the same team. So they're just trying to get that sorted out. We might need to, in the short term, move to the backup of a paper form until we can get it sorted out. Okay. So I think the C bench has some kind of silent disco happening over there.
How do I turn it up so that the people can dance?
There we go. Not so silent now.
Yeah. Try and keep the skaters and, more importantly, the bench staff hyped up. We've got Jackie Ono out there being our jam timer and just showing off her guns for this official timeout.
All right. I think we have moved past that technical problem, ready to go.
Yep.
Jam 2. Okay, this time up we have Spider Monkey, and let me just see if we can find the C jammer there. Who's at the back? Let me have a look.
Yeah, Jalapeno Grill, which this is their second game.
Okay, Spider Monkey. Oh, come through that inside line, but didn't quite make it. C's blockers were right there, doing a great job, but there's some offensive help there off, and Spider Monkey is lead. I think that was Raf who was helping them out there. And now we have the C jammer who has bumped it inside. Fantastic field. Jalapeno Grill. They are out and on their scoring pass. Spider Monkey caught here at the front by April O'Wheel and Lizard and Griff working well together. Keep swarming and reforming there at the front.
Yeah, Jalapeno Grill's really caught there by the KCR blockers.
That is a strong tripod.
Yeah.
Oh, now taking the inside with some help, and they're out the front. What a great job. Spider Monkey's back at the back of the pack again, and another scoring pass. And toe stop work around the outside was beautiful. And their benches indicating to call it. The jam is over.
Yep, strategic move from the KCR bench. They wanted to call it off before Brill could get another scoring pass in, but they also timed it so that they had their penalty box cleared.
Great work. So that is 8-4 scored in that last jam. And we now have Mari Fury, and I think it might be Kilobytes back for C jamming. And Mari is pushing hard on that wall. Beautiful transition of two. They are lead for the Royals.
Yep, they made very short work of getting through the pack for that initial pass.
Kilobytes is through and down, but
Crush got in their way and
that's right.
Going, yeah, you might have cleared the pack, but that doesn't mean you're taking a lap yet.
And Screw also catching them, blocking. Oh, they've gone down again. This time, only one hand has gone out. And they are still fighting their way through at the front Kilobytes. But Mari is yet another scoring pass. That's fantastic. That's 2.
Yep. So Crush has just been issued with a penalty and is off to the penalty box. Now, they're probably a little bit jet lagged, having just gotten back from the Men's Roller Derby World Cup in France, where they were competing with Schmear campaign.
Okay, Kilobytes is trying to get up. They've had a few hard knocks down now, and they've taken off the star.
Yep.
Okay. I'm looking for, oh, there's the pivot. The pivot in this game, or this jam, I should say, for them, I think is
they've had a successful pass, but their pivot is now being caught.
KCR has called it. They just waited for Crush to get back out of the penalty box. Okay, we have one blocker now for each team starting jam 4
in the penalty box.
No, 3 on 3. It looks like we have Splats, or Mad Splatter, and Richie Grubb as our jammers. Something official is happening. It looks like one more of the C blockers, Donna Kebab.
Bit of a late call there.
Going to have a sit. I'm not sure what for. No comments on the live chat yet. Okay. All right, so 4C on the track, we have April O'Wheel. And can you see around there to who the other blocker might be?
No, can't say that.
There is two of them ready to take on.
No, the KCR blockers are blocking my view.
All right. For KCR, we have Bash, Raf, and Flamboyant in our tripod ready to go. And this was on. April O'Wheel's caught Richie Grubb there at the front, at the back. But they've swung back around the outside and got lead. Unfortunately for Splats, they got knocked out to the inside by Bash, who drew them back. But the pack is moving quickly. Splat is moving around. Here comes Richie. Their first scoring pass completed. And Splats out from their initial.
Yeah. So oftentimes when the tripod is all destroyed like it was there, it's a lot easier for the jammers to get through. But those KCR blockers are a force to be reckoned with, and each of them were able to hold Splat for that little bit of time, slow them down.
Great news, though. The penalty box appears to have been cleared. No late ones going in, I don't believe.
Yep.
So we've got full lineups of both teams for the next jam. Oh,
We've got Lawless doing some fancy moves for us over there, inspired by the Kraken that's on their uniforms.
okay. The officials, there was something they're just fixing up, I think, with the scoreboard, but otherwise that jam was an 8-0 jam in favour of Kingston City.
Yeah, you can definitely see that difference in the team's experience coming through. Normally takes a little while for a new club coming, well, a new team coming together to find their feet and work out how best to use each other's skills.
Absolutely. And I think, fortunately, each of these three teams are out in the sort of south and southeast, but they are still a fair distance apart. So
yeah,
opportunities to all train together are
limited.
Fewer. Yeah.
Yep. And I believe Salty Beaches and Gippsland Rangers are both really small clubs. So even what you get to do at training is challenging because of the amount of people you have to do those things with.
Yeah, absolutely. Kingston City Royals are based at Springers in Keysborough. So they're a little bit more metropolitan location-wise.
Yeah.
But these days there are, a fair number of derby leagues around, which is great. So it's still a growing sport, but completely run by volunteers.
Yes.
So when there are tougher times and when we're not growing as much, it's an amazing effort to come together for days like today and play 5 games. So I think
yeah,
all
and
power to
all of the skaters, those are hard to have in the numbers, but also all of the officials and skaters and everybody that comes together to put roller derby on. It's a real labour of love from a lot of people to make derby happen.
Absolutely. I think it might be another technical issue, possibly, over at the scoreboard.
Yes.
The officials are looking that way. Almost. Okay, we are back in action. Okay, jammers for this jam. Are you able to see there who we've got? I think Spider Monkey and somebody else.
Yeah. Maybe Jalapeno Grill by the shorts.
Wonderful. Good call. Yes, absolutely right. All right. Spider's pushing there at the front on that wall with Griff and Lizards.
Oh, Jalapeno Grill has gotten released there.
Well done. That wall held Spider Monkey just enough. Just enough.
Yeah, so this is Grill's second game ever and getting lead.
And first lead, I think, for this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
not
some-
just for themselves, but for their team, firstly.
Okay. Right. Bill is pushing hard on that wall, so it's Spider Monkey of a directional to April Wheel. Brill is still fighting, but Crush and Screw are not making it easy. And Carnage is in that wall as well. And they're going to, they're choosing to run it a bit longer. The bench is indicating to keep going.
Yep.
It's an opportunity to get more points on the board here, and they want to clear that penalty box as well. No, they have called it.
Yep. Sometimes the bench says one thing, but the jammer is the one with the power, and they say, no, I'm done.
So we have 4 points on the board there for C and 8 for the Royals. Okay, we are starting this jam. There are 2 people in the bin for C. One, April is standing, so not for long, but Mari Fury is pushing hard on those 2 blockers. It is Splat and Storm doing their absolute best there. However, I think it might be Kilobytes there. The C's got the star cover off. They are pushing as hard as they can on that Royals walk. April is back there.
Splat and Storm are both from the Gippsland Rangers part of the C team.
Okay, now that one has been called off due to injury. So 403 Kilobytes. So everyone is returning to their bench whilst first aid comes out to see what happened. So I think they did get knocked down. Now the refs are, as they do in Derby, trying to give a little bit of privacy, a bit of a privacy screen with their bodies whilst first aid are able to attend to that skater.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just that they've had the wind knocked out of them and it's nothing serious. So just while they sort out what's going on there, we're going to put some music on, see if we can get a dance competition going between the bench coaches.
They are on their feet and just going to the first aid area, and we are about to return to play shortly.
Yeah, it's always nice to see when a skater's able to walk themselves off the track after a big spill.
Okay. Okay, we just need to wait a little bit longer. We need to make sure that somebody from the first aid team is available to watch what is happening on the track. If they are both actively attending to people, we can't continue. So we do need to just hold on for a moment while that happens.
We'll just have to wait for us to have
Yep.
it.
We just said that.
It's all right. It is safety first. So even though this is a full contact sport, what you can see is that all of the skaters have all of the safety gear on, so we can try and be as safe as possible. So helmets, mouth guards, elbow pads, wrist guards, knee pads, to be as safe as we can whilst out there contacting each other at full contact level and top speed sometimes.
Yeah.
We want to be safe as we can.
Yeah. Did you see yesterday they had the 3D printable mouth guards from Game Face there? Some very fancy color combinations that you could get done.
I did see there was some beautiful color options. I didn't manage to get here yesterday. I was busy coaching our juniors program, which we do on Saturday mornings.
That's a very big part of your club is your juniors.
Oh, absolutely. So we run a program, East Vic, together with South Sea. So it's been running for about 10 years now. A number of our adult players come from our juniors program. So Never Ending Rory, the Rumour, April O'Wheel. I know for the C team, Storm was previously a part of our juniors program as well, and Rainbow Bash for Kingston Royals. So,
and both of those got to compete over in France a couple of years ago with the Juniors World Cup.
Absolutely. And last year at the World Cup, which was hosted in Brisbane, we had 5 skaters, including Nels Bells, who skates for Westside.
Yep.
So lots of fantastic skaters from the program into all different teams across statewide.
Yeah.
Which is great to see. So I think there's
Will you guys be holding your juniors again this year when you host your round instead of the usual ModCon?
Actually, we just did that. So that was round 2.
That was round 2 at Bendigo, yes.
When we hosted, there was a juniors ModCon, and it was fantastic to see from a lot of juniors from Ballarat, Bendigo, Warrnambool, lots of different programs had a chance to come out, play at more contact level, and it was really fantastic. The teamwork, even though they are mix-up teams or a potluck style, was magnificent. A lot of these kids have now skated together a few times at different events, and it was really wonderful to see how well they all gelled.
Yeah.
I think we are almost ready to go.
I think First Aid is just wandering over saying, we've got someone free, get on with playing the derby.
And there we go. Time for action. We have got Spider Monkey coming onto jam for KCR. We have blocking, Carnage, Screw, Crush, and Code. For C, we have
Blizzard?
Filipino Grill jamming, but blocking, yes. Blizzard, who else have we got there? Griff. And I'm trying to see the numbers. Nope, they've just gone behind people. Let me see.
Yeah, it's often that the skaters don't skate just to our viewpoint advantage. So we're just trying to get...
Beach Please is also out there at 78. Oh, no, was it already? 79. Raw is the other blocker out there for C in this jam.
Yeah.
So Spider Monkey actually has a penalty, which means lead is still open. Oh, and that was a tough block from Crush there, taking down Jalapeno Grill, but they've jumped back up, fighting their way out at the front. Is Code going to let them through? Yes. And they were just in. That was beautiful toe stop work.
So I believe that Spider Monkey did get clear and got lead and has lost it.
Oh, no.
So this is going to be a 2-minute jam.
Oh, well. We should all be training for these 2-minute jams.
Yes.
Hopefully they're not too often, but
they do happen.
They do happen. There you go. Jalapeno Grill is pushing up the front. Code is having none of it and just recycled them to the inside. Spider Monkey is now coming through. So I think this will be considered the initial pass. No, this is a scoring pass. My bad.
Yep. I think in a lot of ways the full 2-minute jam is the jammer's worst nightmare. Especially when you're up against a tough wall like the KCR one.
Yeah, we have had a star pass from C. Blizzard is now the jammer.
Which is handy because...
I think they've just been told by Corey, you are not the jammer.
Yeah, so that was an unsuccessful stuff.
And so they are going to either hold on to it or throw it into the left lane. Let us see what happens.
I think they have to wait to do the pass legally on track when it's during the jam, but that jam has come to an end.
So they can do both of those things. It's a pivot. You can still hold on to it,
Yes.
but you can also just throw it into the ref lane for the jammer to come and pick up and then hop back on. So you could do either of those things. I guess the thing is, if you're holding on to it blocking, you could end up in a more challenging position to hand that back.
Yeah.
So it's just really up to that pivot.
Yeah. So that's the opportunity when there was an unsuccessful star pass to hand it back to.
Yeah.
But that is not how a jammer can pass it on legally.
It is not. Oh, no.
It's very much a hand-to-hand exchange.
Absolutely. I didn't see exactly what happened there when they were trying to pass. So whether a foot went out,
Yeah, you do have to be legally on track to do the pass. So if you're...
And standing.
Yes, and standing. So if you're knocked out, you might think you've done the pass with everything right, but, you know, there's a wheel over the line.
Right, we have a power jam for Richardy Grub. The KCR blockers have done a lovely job of breaking up that seawall, and we have lead.
Yep.
Yeah, Salapino Grill on their initial. We've got Rainbow Bash, Steve, and I think Flamboyant blocking there in the tripod at the back. C blockers have come back to support. There's been a star pass, and Matt Splatter is now jamming for C.
Yep, and Splatter's trying to get that helmet cover on. Because that coming up to do scoring pass now, you need to have that helmet cover on to actually collect your points.
That's right. Cover on and the star visible. All right, they have come up against a tough KCR Roll at the front. Richardy Grub's been fighting their way through the back for a little while. There's some lovely reforming happening for those C blockers, but they are out.
Yeah, it is a very tough wall there from KCR, but there are some very, very festive, sparkly shorts in there, and I love seeing some sparkly shorts on the derby track.
Is that one of the best said, the sparkly shorts, and I've just drawn a blank. From Geelong,
Pixie.
Obviously Pixie, but
And also Bee Sting.
Bee Sting is who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Has some fantastic sparkly.
Yeah, it was jammers from Geelong really do like a sparkly pan.
All right, Splat has just scored some more points for C, and Grub is through for another 4, calling it off. I think that is, 20-12 jam, so 8 points differential there. Great job by both jammers, working really hard. We have a team time out to Southeast Alliance. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. So both teams are taking the opportunity just to have a little check-in with their skaters, gives them some feedback, positive and negative.
Chance for the officials to have a quick drink if they wish, and also check in, because we do have a mix of experience in our officials as well, but also in between jams, it is a great chance for them to have a chat about what they're seeing and what they want to focus on going forwards. One having a sit in the bin for just having a moment, have a rest.
Yeah, but one of the rules in roller derby is that penalties are given sort of with the same rules being applied. So if you oftentimes the jammer refs are checking in with each other and making sure that they are being fair with the way that they're
consistent.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, so it looks like the Southeast Alliance are starting with 2 blockers in the penalty box, and April O'Wheel, who is guesting for them today, has the privilege of having a jam.
Yep.
And the other jammer for the Royals is Mari Fury. All right, here come both jammers. April O'Wheel had a bit of a run up there, trying to get some of that speed.
Mari Fury was past the pack before April O'Wheel had even got into them.
Oh, here they come. Murray Fury's coming through for that scoring pass. Oh, Griff's done a beautiful knockoff.
I think we had a cut track there from April O'Wheel. So this is
No,
power jam for KCR.
it's like it. Absolutely. So,
And they are pulling it off.
so KCR, the Royals have decided to ice Ape in that penalty box. And
Set
force
themselves up.
Murray Jam.
Yep, set themselves up for a power start.
Okay, so both teams have all 4 blockers out on the track, so it'll be a full defensive scenario for the Southeast Alliance.
Yep.
The Royals are in a bit of a 2-2 there. They did a bit of a squeeze on that wall. Spider Monkey was able to just take that outside line beautifully.
Yep, that was a little move that a lot of the clubs have adopted in the last, 18 months.
Absolutely. This time round, though, the Royals are just breaking them up. And Spider Monkey's almost out on the toe stops fighting the last 2 Alliance blockers, and they're through. Okay, here comes April O'Wheel. Their initial pass. Oh, a little bit of a stack up. Everyone's okay. Spider Monkey is there, also ready to go. It's a nice, strong Alliance wall there at the back. Nice and solid, keeping Spider Monkey there. Here comes April O'Wheel. They have just also made a scoring pass. There's some lovely clapping here nearby. Okay, points for Spider Monkey. And
Falling off the jam there.
yes, with 1 blocker from each team in the penalty box. It's amazing. We have an 8-7 point jam.
Yeah, so that was a nice, fairly evenly scored.
Oh no, hang on. Another few points went on. I thought something was a bit wrong. That says it was 11-7. There you go. I was thinking there was some more points, but yes, too quick to call.
Yeah, but KCR really has been doing their most to get those extra points every jam over what C has been doing. They have opened themselves up quite a tidy lead.
Yes, Murray Fury lead jammer again. Great job there, just pushing through on that inside line. And we have, I think, is it for Southeast Alliance? Pushing hard on the blockers. That is a tough wall with wrap code and screw, but they have pushed their way through. They are almost out. They are out the other side. Great job.
Yep. So this is what we said earlier, that it's not really an even matchup, but C's going to be looking for their own little victories. Things like Grill getting the lead earlier in the game. That's a small victory. Those are the sorts of things that they're going to be celebrating as a team.
Well, and another 2 points there. Blizzard scored 3. Wow, that's fantastic at the back of the pack there.
Yep.
All right, now this jam, we have Storm. I think it's the first time we've seen them jamming this game. They Austin jam and pivot for Gippsland.
Yep.
They're moving around quickly past that pack, and they are lead. What a fantastic job. Now we have through fighting their way through. I think it's Richard Grubb. They've taken the start off, but they are actively pushing out forward, and they are through of their initial. Storm is now fighting those ACR blockers and not making it easy for them. Oh. And Richard Grubb has completed that scoring pass.
Yep. But you would have seen the excitement from C when their jammer got lead. So that's.
It looks like they are running it. Yeah. Let's see if there's some offense a little bit from the C blockers there. That's nice. They're trying to break up that wall to help Storm. But Code is absolutely making it very difficult.
Yeah. Great lateral blocking.
Yes,
The track trying to drive Storm out of bounds.
absolutely.
And I can guarantee if they'd successfully knocked her out, they would have ran her back.
Okay, we have Kingston at 131 with 10.5 minutes to go, and the Southeast Alliance at 46. A couple of little track repairs there just happening.
Yep.
Won't take too long to fix that. Why don't we have a very quick look and see what penalties have happened? Who have we got?
Oh, that's the end of the timeout.
So we've got at the most 3, so it's fairly low on penalties at the moment. A few directionals in there, and it looks like the jam is on. Let's take that away. And we have lead jammer has gone to beach, please. Spider monkeys holding their heels.
And C blockers are doing what they can there.
Bench is yelling out to call it. It has happened. Let's see what points have happened. We've got at least, oh, there you go, 2 and 1. No, 3 and 1. I can't see. Sorry, start my things. Oh, three and 2.
Just having a quick look at the penalties for Southeast Alliance, and Jalapeno Grill has the most penalties there with 4. Not an uncommon occurrence when it's somebody's debut weekend that they're getting a lot of penalties.
Okay, we have a team timeout, I believe, to the Royals.
Yep.
So I think today on the bench, the Royals are very fortunate that 2 or 3 of their players there are actually fresh off the Men's Roller Derby World Cup as well. So,
yeah, so we've got Crush that's played with Schmear Campaign, and May that played with APR Fury.
But I think on the bench crew as well there, they've got Chang Tave and I haven't got it written down in front of me. Drawn a blank. Can you read their name on their shirt? My glasses aren't that good from here with the big hair.
My eyes are just for decoration.
It isn't I have just blanked and I haven't got it written down. But they've got at least 2 or 3 people on their bench who just played for Australia in the World Cup, and with some really great success. So that's going to be really helpful to look at strategy around when to pull it off and provide feedback to the team as they're going through the game.
Yeah.
Jigglytuff. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Took me way too long. Did no one write it in the chat either? No. Oh.
No one in the chat.
It's okay. Okay. Richardy grabs through on the inside for lead in this jam. Jalapeno Grill not far behind. Steve Wall at the front there is doing a great job being agile, keeping Richardy Grub there. Once last line of defence for Storm, and Grub has gone through and called it at the direction of their bench. Let's see, we have 4-3. Another short, sharp jam, but fortunately with some points for both teams.
Yep.
Okay, ref's back in position, and the Royals are on the back wall. They are slipping back a bit there to make things particularly hard for, who is that? Maybe Blizzard at the back there. But Murray Fury pushing their way through the front, almost out. Last line of defence was Raw. They did a mighty job, but Murray Fury is lead.
Yep. So some really good bridging there from C.
We have A-Boy Wheeling Griff trying to do some hurry there to get that jammer out. And Blizzard is caught in there. Crush, Carnage, Screw and Code making it really hard.
Josh has just gotten a penalty.
Right. Fury is taking that inside line for another straight pass. We have a possible, yes, we do star pass. Okay.
I feel like that was some pretty polite blocking then, that they really let that star pass happen nice and easily.
They want to get Crush out of the bin.
Yeah.
So April, a lovely little bean dip, but not enough to get past Cody. Yeah, yep. They must have still been in. They've completed that pass. They did not go. Oh, okay. Maybe they did go out after all.
Cut track. So KCR will be starting with a power jam in their favour for this next jam.
We have 6.5 minutes left in this first half. So the Royals 149, Southeast Alliance 52. All right.
Yeah.
We have a power jam for the Royals and
Casey, yeah,
sorry.
Spider Monkey getting lead. KCR blockers really making a mess of the wall from C there to make it nice and easy for Spider Monkey to get out.
Okay, they are absolutely breaking it up so that making it impossible for C to get back together and slow down that jammer.
Yeah.
But we've got a blocker and jammer about to come out for C. Oh, and the Royals wall is ready for them at the back of the pack.
Yep.
Okay. Well done. So on that one, April O'Neill pushed that blocker into the wall and then took a different path. But not quick enough. Spider Monkey was through, dipping down on that inside line for another scoring pass before calling it.
Yep.
Looks like a 12-0 jam in favour of the Royals. Oh, Richie Grubb. Just off the track for a moment. We've got Murray Fury and Matt Splatter.
Mad Splatter, yes.
On the jam line.
And Mad Splatter's a real versatile skater, often jamming and blocking and pivoting and happy to be anywhere as long as it's on track.
Oh, and it's good to see Kilobytes back on track, but they are doing a bit of blocking instead of jamming at the moment. Okay, Murray Fury has the lead. Splats is trying to fight their way through that wall, around the outside, and they're through.
I feel like that's where all of our heads go when they hear round the outside.
Help it. And Griff did a lovely little bump there at the end that took Fury a little bit off the track, and they thought, you know what? Now's the time.
Yeah.
Now's the time to call it. Thank you.
Yeah, you've made it a little bit of hard work. The other jammer's getting close to scoring points. Let's call it before that happens.
And also, I seen one of the blockers. I think that's Blizzard for the Southeast Alliance in the penalty box. Well, we're having some pivot fun at the pivot line. That's always a bit of fun. But in the end, KCR went, no, we'll just roll back, thanks.
Yep.
Who have we got there? Spider Monkey, yes. And are we looking at those shorts? Yes, we are.
Here we are. That's Jalapeno Grill.
That is very helpful. Thank you. So we should be thankful when there's those unique shorts that we can tell who's who in the Zoom.
Yeah, unique shorts, unique socks.
Wonderful. They are pushing really hard. Doing a great job there, but Slamboyant and Bash making it awfully hard. Oh no. Now they've won the tripod. We have two very immovable walls. Raph's had to drop to the back there to help do some offense to try and get Spider Monkey in. But we've got a little bit of a run back there. I think that was over Bill. And we've got Blizzard, and I think that might be Scully, who's also doing a great job there blocking.
Unfortunately, Blizzard's taken a bit of a tumble there, and the refs have just called an end to that jam to make sure that everybody is okay.
Be safe. Okay.
Well,
Up to first aids, just popping out.
see the wall of zebras form once again.
So that jam there was, yes, called a little bit early just to be safe. And I think it was a 0-0 jam at that point where it was called.
Yep. Yeah, it had been going on for a little while, so both of those walls were making it really hard for the jammers.
All right. They're just coming off slowly.
Coming off under their own steam.
Thank you for those helpful tunes.
So we'll just check in with the penalties for each team and see if there's been any major changes there.
Okay.
Rush is now on 4 penalties, which is the highest out of everyone on Kingston.
Bash 3, but otherwise it's fairly minimal, which is great for the Royals. Let's have a look at Southeast Alliance.
Got Jalapeno Grill is still on there 4. But there's also April O'Wheel and Beach Please have both got 3 penalties each.
Otherwise, we've got 2 minutes 40 to go in this half. And that's not a bad result for what's been a really tough game so far.
Yep.
Away they go. All right, again, just waiting to make sure we've got a first aid set of eyes on the track before we can resume.
Yep.
So for those of you not familiar with the track here at Geelong, at the Leisure Centre, there's actually 2 sets of courts. In about a month and a half, the Oceania Woofter Championships are going to be held here using both courts. So they'll set up an additional track over on the other side.
Yeah.
And this will be a really exciting event down here for the first time.
Yeah, I was speaking with the organisers yesterday. The games will all be happening in the other stadium.
Okay.
And this stadium here will be the team warm-up area and the market stalls. So definitely be worth checking out what they have here. And that's going to be some amazing roller derby action. All the best teams in Australia and New Zealand will be competing. VRDL is currently ranked number 4 in the world. So they'll be here and trying to defend that position. But BCR is number 2 in Oceania, and they'll be here trying to beat them out to be the team that's over representing Australia at Worlds. So.
Yeah, and I think that VRDL actually is going to have their A and B teams competing in that tournament.
Yep.
The event itself is being hosted by South Sea Roller Derby, so one of the leagues involved in Statewide Stampede. Often the Oceania Championships are at TGSS, so in Adelaide, which is in mid-June, but this year it's a couple of weeks later down here in Geelong.
Yeah,
it's wonderful for Victoria, and
a really good get for Victoria to have that here. And it's a huge get for Geelong to have, roller derby of that caliber being played here, and all of those teams and all of their supporters coming over here as well.
It'll be very exciting to watch. I know I'll be down here for the weekend just spectating, which is exciting to do. So it's great to play, but it'll be lovely to also just be able to watch and support and see some really high-level gameplay and officiating as well.
Yeah, the sanctioned games. So there's definitely a higher class of officials that are playing, doing the officialing for that weekend.
And a few of them, are out there on the track now for the game that's on today. So, we are very lucky at Stampede to have quite a mix of developing through to Woofter championship level officials. So very, very fortunate here in Victoria.
Yep.
Okay, we have Mari Fury now fighting it out at the front of the pack. And at the back of the pack, who have we got there? Beach Please, I think, was me. There we go. Mari is lead jammer. unfortunately, Griff and April O'Wheel have gone to the bin, as have Code and Screw. So it's even out there from the numbers of blockers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And we had a third KCR blocker sent to the bin. So poor Raff was out there on their own, but eventually got pushed out and there was no pack. Okay, Carnage just had to come back on because there was no space in that penalty box for them to sit. And Beach Police said, thank you. I appreciate that. They said that was much easier than the start of the jam.
Yeah.
But Mari Fury out the front, thank you for another fantastic scoring pass. And they called it. And we've cleared the box fabulously. What is the end of jam score is 8 points to 4.
Yep.
So that was a little chaotic. But all of the blockers got back out. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Spoke too soon. Carnage is now sitting their time. They were not able to serve earlier because the other two blockers were sitting already.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got a 4-3 blocker advantage in favour of Southeast Alliance for this next jam.
So there's only about 50 seconds left of the first period. So unless this is a very, 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 very short jam and somebody calls a timeout or a review in between, this is likely going to be the last jam of the first half of the
I'm
game.
going to say that's a very reasonable statement, but we never know.
You never know.
We never know. We'll have to see what the benches have up their sleeves. Okay, and the jam is on. Filipino Grill is jamming for Southeast Alliance. Spider Monkey for the Royals. Both are fighting madly. That pack is broken up. Whoop. And luckily, only one hand went out for Spider Monkey, so they were able to jump straight back up and get the lead. Jalapeno Grill's been recycled. Well, they got in the way of their own jammer, but it's okay. Spider Monkey stayed on their feet and another scoring pass. Sorry, that'd be his first one. Okay, that is not a penalty you see too often. That was a star pass interference. So you have to be really careful when you're star passing over the top. One, if you're doing the star passing, you don't want to make any eye contact. But also, you're not allowed to actively move in front of and interfere with the arms as well. So it's a difficult one to navigate in the moment. Here comes Spider Monkey again.
And it looks like Jalapeno Grill has managed to make it out without doing the star pass. So they're popped that helmet cover back on their head, hoping that they'll get to score some points. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. And we are at half time.
That's right. The Royals just waited long enough to get bashed back out of that penalty box. And we can start the next half with everybody on the track. Wonderful. Well, maybe we should get those tunes back on and have a little break, getting ready for the second half.
Okay. We'll see you all back here shortly. Yeah.
Okay.
Almost got themselves a cut track penalty because they didn't see that Code had rolled back behind them, but noticed it just in time to correct.
Oh, no, they stayed in. Well done. It was not quite matrix style, but almost up on those toe stops. And Grub has called it to stop April from getting any points there. So that is how many? 12-0 jam.
Yeah.
So that is a great power jam there for KCR Royals.
Yep. So with the jalapeno grill on 6 penalties, it'll be interesting to see how much more we see of them for this game, because a lot of times benches will go, you should sit down a little bit more so we don't lose you. But also sometimes you want to play them. So we'll just see what happens there. A bit of track pairs happening.
Team timeout happening whilst Southeast Alliance works out. So what next?
Let's have a look at our rosters again while we're having this little timeout. So for KCR, 1-2, Crush, 1-4, Code, 2-2, Screw, 2-4-2, Flamboyant, 3, Richardy Grub, 3-5, Carnage, 5-4, Bash, 6-8-5, Spider Monkey, 8-1, Steve, 8-8, Raph, and 9-1, Marie Fury. And that's the end of the timeout, and skaters are getting back on the track.
Okay, we have Beach Please and Murray Fury as our jammers. Locking, we've got C, Kilobytes, Splat, Storm, and is that Donna Kebab? Yes, it's over there. For KCR blocking, we have Carnage, Crush, and is that Ash in there? No, it's Screw on that back line. And Corey there at the front, holding on those C blockers out of the way. So make things a bit easier for Mari Fury to get through. So again, some offense there from Corey, clearing the way. Another lovely scoring pass. First one for Mari Fury. Beach Please is continuing to fight, but Corey has taken them off to the outside. Something has happened there with Mari Fury. I didn't see that. Did you?
No, I didn't see that.
They have called it off, gone off the track and called it off.
Yep.
I was looking at the front of the pack and not the back, but definitely something happened there.
Yep. We have lining up now for the jamming for this next one.
I think they might have fallen down. I can see a little ice pack there on the bench, so
yeah,
that's all right. All right, it's a bit of chaos at this jam start.
Yeah,
both walls fighting and jammers pushing hard to get through. It's a lot of movement. We've got Raw and Storm working hard at the front, and just enough to get Griff through. So Griff is lead for C with Spider Monkey hot on their heels. Both packs are pushing right up. Try and give their teammates or their jammers a chance to score those points.
And Griff very gently calling an end to that one.
Okay, they were fortunately it's a 2-0. They didn't quite get their hips past before the feet went out of bounds there, so no points to see on that one, but it was very close.
Yeah. Now we have Mad Splatter and Richardy Grub lining up to jam this next one.
Hey, Richardy Grub through the inside. Yeah, KCR was set up there. It looked like that might be a chance, and Richardy Grub says thank you to their blockers for setting that up nicely.
Their code was just knocked Mad Splatter out, ran her back. There she is, feet leaving the track again and getting run back on repeat.
Okay, Splatter is through after Grub scoring a pass. So They're both on scoring passes now, but I don't think C's going to get an opportunity. I think they're not going to get an opportunity to score. No.
No.
Okay, that is 8 points to the Royals. So they are now 632. Southeast Alliance still on 62. So let's see. Let's get a few more points here. We've got Kilobytes out jamming for the Southeast Alliance, and they are up against Spider Monkey, who's been working very hard today.
Yes, Spider Monkey has been doing a lot out there.
All right, we've got 2 full sets of blockers at the start of this jam. And again, this has gotten a bit messy. Both walls and jammers working very hard. But now we've got Spider Monkey out at the front, and they are lead.
Yeah, and the C blockers have gone back to help out. And we've seen a star pass happen. So Storm has just popped on the star. Is coming around.
Some great blocking here. Donna Kebab, Kilobytes, and Griff working together. April Wheel tracking them as well and making it really hard for this scoring pass. A lot of reforming there. It was a great job to really slow down Spider Monkey. We've got Storm stuck at the back with a very agile tripod.
He's a very agile tripod.
Okay, they're going to try and sneak around. Oh, they just managed to get underneath code there.
Yeah, not an easy thing to achieve, getting past code.
No, that's why I mentioned that. I was like, wow, that was great job. And KCR's called it. Oh, it's 6-6. 2-2-4-0.
With a bit of luck, they'll get a few points in the next one, and we won't have to put up with any.
We won't have to put up with any of that 6-7 behaviour.
That nonsense.
That's right. We'll see. Let's just see. No pun intended. A bit of a smother here from Casey off the line. Thank you. Richard Grubb on that inside line again. C blockers are coming back to try and help their jammer, but it also means they were not there and quite ready for Richard Grubb, who's just completed their first scoring practice. Beach Please is fighting hard at the back there, but Screw just took them off and drew them back. We've got Kilobytes just joining out of the bin. Let's see if they help with a little bit of breaking up that wall. Nice job there. They are doing absolutely that. They took Carnage out of the picture. But Richard Grubb is through for another scoring. Okay, so Beach Please is, I got their helmet cover off. The star is in their hand. Richard Grubb's coming through. And
Little spin on the lines there and out of the pack.
so the monthly footwork. Here comes Splats.
Yep, Splat has accepted a star pass and is popping the star over their pivot cap. And Grubb's ruining their chances of scoring some points there.
That's right. A lovely little transition on the inside line and calling it all backwards. The Royals are with 17 minutes to go at 260 and C66. Okay, we have one Royals blocker in the penalty box for the start of this jam, but not for long. They are out already.
Yep, Crush joining the track and
April O'Wheel is jamming for Steve. Spider Monkey.
Spider Monkey, a little dance on the lines there to get their balance back and stay in.
That's right. The Royals are making April O'Wheel work for it, but Spider Monkey is already around on their scoring pass. April O'Wheel is out. I don't think they're going to let April get any points. And calling it. Well done. That was a 4-0 jam in favour of the Royals.
Yep. And C is still sitting there on 6-6. Up against 2-6 for Kingston.
Okay, who do we have this time? We have Mari Fury for the Royals. And who is jamming? Let's see. It is, well, I think, very late onto the track there, but yes, it is. And Mari is our lead jammer. Is oh, no, Cody says no.
No. Yeah, Code has a lot of opinions about what other jammers are allowed to do, and it's often no, you
No.
can't do it.
It's just no.
It's just no.
Splats is going to give that a workout. There's Flamboyant, Carnage through. They managed to get through. Not easily. Here comes Mari.
Bit of a
that's an
stacks on
obstacle.
there.
Okay, we're definitely calling that one off.
Yeah, we're calling that one.
Was an awkward fall here. We're just getting the first aid to come and
Get that
check out
wall of
Honey.
zebras.
yes. It's just awkward, and I think they were just mentally checking that everything was okay. Sometimes when you do fall over, you wait for a moment while you are doing that.
You do that little assessment.
That personal, I had a moment earlier myself where you're like, check as you work your way through the body and go, everything is still working and in place. Okay, I
Yep.
can get up now.
But do I trust it?
Sometimes we all need that moment.
Yeah, so they're just checking in with the first aid team there. Making sure everybody is happy for them to return to the gameplay. We'll just take a little moment to have a look at the roster of the Sea Skaters. We have 05 Mad Splatter, 06 Storm, 12 Beach Please, 15 Cam Can, 17 Scully, 20 Jalapeno Grill, 31 Griff, 403 Kilobytes, 418 Hotties, 45 April O'Wheel, 480 Donna Kebab, 78 Blizzard, and 79 Raw. Now that's the end of timeout, and the skaters are returning.
Okay, we have two full lineups on the track, and Richie Grub and Storm
are our
out.
jammers.
Yes, it's a jam. Let's see. Richie Grub is working for that inside. However, they've switched over. The C blockers have gotten out the front there to try and catch. Great job. Still almost 15 seconds again, so really well done. And Storm is fighting at the back of a super tough Royals wall there.
Yep.
Still looking to get out on that initial. Bash was having none of it there. Well, yep, we had a split pack. Now we'll pack us all again.
Yep.
Just for a moment. All right. Let's see what happens here. Now the Royals walls at the front. Oh, and Storm just managed to absorb that hit and can stay on their feet. They're out of the pack.
Yep.
Oh, Grub had a lovely run through the outside line there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, a forearms penalty to Storm. That was unfortunate. And they are off to the penalty box, but Grub is, the bench is calling it. Okay.
Then let's Grub pick up the points for that scoring pass.
That's a 12-0.
And they
Okay. Oh, there's a track repair.
right in front of us.
Do you know what? Well spotted and well executed.
Yep.
It's a team effort.
It is a team effort there.
It's like they've done it before.
I think they might have worked together once or twice before.
And Spider Monkey, first on the outside, and again, beautiful toe stop work to get through for lead. We have, I think, oh no, it wasn't Griff fighting. It was, they were just fighting through as a blocker because they were being goaded in the back. Now, trying to stop Spider Monkey on that pass, but the KCR blocks did a great job of breaking up the C blocker wall there to make it just that little bit easier on that pass. Here we go. We've got Storm coming up for their initial. And we have Spider Monkey. Oh, that was a lovely
Good work there from Storm. That was
Storm.
a fancy little shift around
Yeah,
the KCR blockers.
they're not going to get that 1 point.
No, they're not.
No, KCR said no.
So
We are at 290.
290 and C is still on 6-6.
That's great. You can tell we haven't got as many juniors here today. There's not as much giggling. Waiting for that to happen. All right, Mari Fury. Oh, April, I will. Oh, taken off to the outside there.
Yep. Had a little bit of a tumble and
Mari is the lead. This is April's second game today. Well done. They just took the inside line. And now C need to lock it down, getting ready. No points for April, and at least 2, maybe 3. 3, there you go, for Mari Fury. Okay, 293 to 66 with 11 minutes to go.
we've got Mad Splatter lining up to jam now for C. Up against Richardy Grub for KCR. Let's see if we can get them to hit that 6-7 and all the numbers after that.
Yes. See it splats. Oh, almost that bashed the note. Okay. So Splats got recycled a little bit there, but they're fighting their way through. Come on. But Richardy Grub is through. Well done to those C blockers. That was about 25 seconds.
A little bit more of code saying no.
That's correct.
The only thing she seems to say that jammers can do is go back.
Yes. Oh, Bash. Oh, I was going to say Bash almost took Splats off, but Splats kept fighting. And they are through at the front. But Richardy Grub is there completing a scoring pass. We've got one Rainbow Bash in the box for
It looks like they might.
the whole opportunity is gone. I think that
It's happened. We just jumped straight to 7-1.
that is correct.
We skipped all that silly nonsense.
It's clearly was the priority.
You know what? I'm not upset at all that C got more than just 1 point.
No. They were focused on the right thing, getting the maximum points, not just the fun score points.
Yep.
That's right. And I think this is the second scoring pass, right? They're on now?
Yeah.
So, oh, no, it was just a penalty whistle. It wasn't the end. Oh, now it's the
Now
end.
it's the end.
We were a bit confused for a moment because I think a few refs blew their whistle around the same time. So we were all waiting to go, hang on a minute. But that means there were 12 to 9 in that jam. What a great jam. So Kingston at 305 and C at 75.
Yep.
Oh, the Royals are starting 2 blockers down. So Mari Fury's just preparing for that.
Yep. Having
As a jammer, okay.
having some words with the blockers. This is what I want from you.
Please do your thing.
You do your thing. I'll do my thing. Let's do some derby.
I thought we had 2 blockers in the bin, but one appears to have gotten up, so maybe there's only one now for the Royals. Maybe their time did. So we've got 3 on the track now.
We are just having a team timeout for C, and they're having a little chat. We have 8 minutes and 53 seconds left of this game.
Okay.
And that's the end of timeout.
It is time. I think the next game, let's see who's playing. Who are we seeing on the side here? I think I can see the South Sea Banshees getting ready over here. Also, they play next. I think it could be breaking news. Does that sound right? Is the very next game perhaps to come? Oh, that would be excellent. It's on the paper.
Yeah, we do have the paper here. It will be
Let's not
South
guess.
Sea Roller Derby and news. You know what? You guessed and you were correct.
Sorry about that.
And our final game of today will be Ballarat Roller Derby versus Geelong Roller Derby.
Oh, that's exciting at 5 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah, the two most local teams will be finishing off the big weekend.
Beach, please. Yes, that is fighting for lead there, but so is Murray Fury and
Dawn with a
Murray
butt
Fury.
chase there that didn't quite catch anything.
That's it. Got lead. Beach, please, is going to try. Code is in that very difficult position.
Yep, off to the line, out you go, and off you go back.
I feel like we were looking into the future then. Just for a moment, we can see that.
Were we looking into the future or were we seeing the past? We see it a lot from Code. Off to the line and out you go.
That's right. Now, Fury's looking at that path, working out her path, which is the inside line on this occasion. Okay, somebody is going to penalty box. Looks like it's flamboyant on this occasion.
Yep.
Fury is
Going to go sit down on those fabulous shorts.
Yes. But it is a great pink that the Royals have selected for their team colour. So you can get lots of great shiny stuff. Another scoring pass in that colour.
Yep.
Pebble Beach, please, is still working on their initial. And they have been for over a minute. That is some hard work they're doing. This Royals blocking lineup is doing an amazing job.
But they are still persevering. Sometimes when you're spending a full minute trying to get your initial pass done, you can see the shoulders fall and the jammers stop trying. But Beach Please is still digging in, still pushing.
Yeah, and there was some great bridging and playing from the C blockers there. They bridged fully out with April Wheel as the last blocker, blocking Murray Fury all the way to the 20 feet. So it was like a 50 feet in bridging there. So that was some really good pack work and teamwork by the seat blockers as well. Even though it's a 16-0 result on that jam.
Yep.
Okay, we have C on the back line. Spider Monkey hit the middle and then ran to the end and got lead. Splats fought hard and has just gone past through. It's about 3/4 of a lap behind. So will Spider Monkey get all the way through and forward? I think they are. Yes, they are. 4-0. Just before Splats had a chance to get points. 6 minutes to go. Oh, April's having another jam. And we have on the track Richardy Grub with them jamming. We've got Storm blocking together with Raw, Donna Kebab, and one person rushing on. That'll be Splats. For the Royals, we have Code, Screw,
Rushing on, rushing off.
Flamboyant blocking. Oh, Richardy Grub's come through the outside this time. Oh, April almost to the end, but Steve, actually it was Steve, there you go, for KCR, who said no. April was pushing Code to the last possible moment till they were out of play. Richardy Grubbs comes through on that scoring pass. They are going to try and get, it looks like their blocker out of the bin. Whoop. Okay. They have followed Richardy Grubb almost through. Well done. For a scoring pass to April O'Will, and Richardy Grubb's got their blockers out and they are calling it. So, what are the scores now?
We have KCR on 3-3-3 and C on 7-8.
Fantastic.
A bit over 4.5 minutes left on the period clock.
I think there is some kind of official review.
Yeah. Do you want to go sneaky in there and see what's going on? And Nat's running into the center so she can find out what secrets are being shared in the middle there, and we can let you know what's happening. So definitely seeing that difference in skill level between the two teams. KCR, that is a standalone team that gets to train together all the time and has been training together for however long their club has existed. And then C, who formed this year as a mashup between Salty Beaches, Gippsland Rangers, and South Sea team. So playing their third game together. So still finding their feet as a team. But, you know, the fact that they have 78 points on the board, that they've gotten lead against the KCR blockers several times, they should be very proud of themselves. Nat is running over to fill us in on the tails from the inside.
Okay, so there was going to be an official review on the C jammer for a back block. However, they didn't need to execute that official review because the refs were already discussing it and decided to allocate that penalty. So April O'Wheel for Southeast Alliance is starting in the penalty box.
Yep.
And
KCR retained their official review because it wasn't needed.
They did not need to use it after all. And that happens sometimes, that at the end of a jam, the refs will have a discussion about something they think they saw, validate with others, and then it might be called in between jams.
Yep.
So we're going to have Spider Monkey. So looking to fight their way through, and I'm sure those KCR blockers are ready to make it as difficult as possible for C to.
That is what they like to do. Looks like everyone is lining up at the pivot line instead of the jammer line. So that gives Spider Monkey a bit of a run up without having to actually lose any position on the track. And there they go, getting through.
See if they took all of that wall to the out and then jumped back through on that inside.
Yeah. Often looks like it's a little bit easier for jammers when they're getting through on the apex instead of on the straightaways. Seems to be able to spread things out and make a bit more of a gap when you're doing it at the apex.
The track, absolutely.
Yeah.
On that first scoring pass, though, they snuck through the middle because their blocks are doing a great job just breaking up.
Yep.
The walls that are out there. And this is the second scoring pass. And again, the KCR blockers stayed active, making it really difficult for C to hold steady and slow down Spider Monkey. I'm wondering if that was a double penalty or not, because the jam clock says we are down to 55 seconds and April Will is still in the bin.
Yeah. See if we can have a look at how many penalties there are when we have a gap between play.
Sure, because the jam only has 40 seconds to go, 35, and they've just entered the track.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, that was a really hard hit there. Legal, but hard.
Yeah, they do happen sometimes that they're perfectly legal, but they take it out of you.
Uh-oh. They've gotten a low block. Unfortunately, as they were running through the inside line, the Royals jammer also moved across, and therefore it was a low block because as a result of April O'Wheel's legs.
Just checking in on the penalties, it looks like April O'Wheel will be leaving the game because that was
number 7.
Well, I think number 8.
No, L is there. Yep. Yep. Okay. So the next jam has started, and we have Mari Fury with lead in a power jam. Splat is sitting as the jammer.
Yeah, finishing off that penalty for April, who's been exited from the game for fouling out.
Yes.
April has been out in many this game. So,
And that was their second game for the day.
Yeah.
So, very tiring,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
tired skaters generally have a lot more penalties.
And now we have Splat out. So Mari has had 2 neutral scoring passes already. They are coming around for their third. Splat is trying to get through on their initial.
Yep.
Mari Fury through on the inside again. So the C blockers are trying to help break up this wall for their jammer and going to reform now to try and stop Mari a little bit on this pass. But they have done an excellent job of duking back and forth to get through yet again.
Calling off the jam there.
I think we might almost be there. We have, just over 40 seconds. So possibly one more jam.
Yep. But just as I said at the end of the last period, you never know. Someone could call it off real quickly and then there could be a timeout and we could get another one. It could happen.
That's going to have to be real quick.
Real quick. But you know what? Sometimes those KCR jammers are getting through real quick. And, if you do your 27 in 5, that's an 11-second lap. That can happen.
And Richardy Grubb is lead. Jalapeno Grill is out trying to fight their way through. Hello.
Hitting the ground.
Yep.
Getting small. This is what we're taught to do.
Back by Griff. Richardy Grubb is coming to the inside now. Jalapeno Grill. Just re-entering the track. That tape and rope can get a bit sticky, but we've got lead here for Richardy Grubb. And they are coming around for another scoring pass. We are almost there. Their bench is saying keep going. They're going to quickly skip through the end. Yes, they are. Beautiful. They're saying keep going.
Just keep going.
And Richard Grubb said, really? Really? Yes, was the answer.
Yeah,
from the bench.
the bench knows that if the this jam's called off, then that's calling off the game. So they're like, just get as many points as you can.
And now it's a power jam.
Yeah.
Well done. Lovely toe stop over there to stop from going.
So I wouldn't be surprised if KCR keeps this one going and going and going.
With 37 seconds to go, fighting their way through, and
Splat trying to run down, but
that is 16 points at the moment to 0. Let's see. Their jammer has actually fouled out, so they will run the full time. So they'll Grills just had their 7th penalty and they're waiting there patiently in the penalty box. So 12 seconds left of this game or less now.
Yep. So C's jammer cannot return to track. So that
4
penalty
seconds,
they got.
Get those points. 2, 1. They got some points. Well, very well done by the Royals. They're playing that out. Well, that was an amazing game, and certainly the score does not reflect how tough it looked sitting here. Kingston Royals 396 to Southeast Alliance 78.
Yeah. And I think the Southeast Alliance should be able to hold their heads up high that they've played some really good derby against a really hard opponent.
I absolutely agree. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you. I'm going to be signing off now. Nata Nine Tails.
Yes, I'm going to be signing off too, Neon Tigress, but stick around for some more derby with South Sea Banshees. And then breaking news, which is a mashup with Northeast Roller Derby and West Side. And then that will be followed by Ballarat Roller Derby and Geelong.
Excellent. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
strange stuff. You think I'm loco? It's just a poncho. Heads are turning one by one. What have you done? Mato waka got me yearning. A bonfire trance got me drumming. Sun is rising. Shut the minds in. Shut the minds in. Shut the minds in. Shut the minds. Shut the minds in. Shut the minds in. Shut the minds in. Shut the minds in. Shut the minds. Shut the minds in. Shut the minds in.
I can bring you a mind. I like the way you do it. Love is the only true remedy. I open up to it, then I receive it. I am me. I am everything. Skimming by.